Welcome back. I hope you're having fun so far in this section. I know that I am, and so let's now keep it moving and learn how to update documents with MongoDB. So back in our Mongo shell, let's now use db.tours.update1. Okay, so that's similar to insert1 that we used to create a new document. And remember how we also had insert many, and so we also have update many. Now, how does update many work? Well, first we need to select which documents we actually want to update, and second, we need to pass in the data that should be updated. So the first argument is basically a filter object, just like we learned in the last lecture. So we basically need to query for the documents that we want to update. And let's start with that, starting in a very simple way. So I'm just going to select, based on the name, the Snow Adventurer. Okay, so that is my very simple filter object, so specifying the tour that I want to update. And now the second object that I need to specify is what I actually want to update. So another object here, and then we close the function. And so in here, we need to use the set operator. So again, this works using operators, just like in these complex queries that we saw in the last video. So set, and then we need to create yet another object. And finally, in this one, we can specify the property that we want to update and the value we want to set it to. So in this case, what we want to do is to set the price to 597. All right, so this one was 497, and so we're now basically increasing it to 597. All right, so let's hit return, and this then updated our tour. Now, if this query here would have matched multiple documents, so I can select it for some reason, but you can see it. So if this query that we did here would have selected multiple documents, then only the first one would have been updated because we were using update many. And so if we already know beforehand that our query is going to match multiple documents, then we should use update many and not update one. Okay? Now just to show you that it actually worked, let's take a look at all the documents. So db tours.find, and indeed we have the Snow Adventurer here with the new price. Great. So we updated a property that already existed. So the price was already there, and we simply set it to a new value. But we can also create new properties and set these to new values, of course. And it actually works in the same way, but let me show it to you anyway. And what I want to do here is to find premium tours and give them a premium field set to true. So what are our premium tours? Well, let's first do a find. So just to specify that query, and actually we already did that before. So the tours that I want should have a price greater than 500 and a rating greater or equal to 4.8. So these are the really our premium tours basically. So really the ones that are most expensive and most well rated. So to create this query, it's actually quite simple. And again, because we actually already did it before. Now what I want you to do here is to pause the video, and even if you remember it, type out this query on your own. And if you don't remember it, well, then that's even better. Then you can practice what you just learned in the last video. All right? So please pause the video here and try to come up with this query on your own. So again, we want the price to be greater than 500 and the rating greater or equal to 4.8. Okay, hope you did it. And this is the solution. So price should be greater or equal than 500, and the rating should be greater or equal than 4.8. Okay, and here we said just greater than, which is actually the same. It's going to give us the same result, but never mind. Let's do it exactly as I said, right? And so just to make sure, let's see if we get the perfect result. And yeah, indeed, this is the tour that has this premium price and at the same time this premium rating. Okay, and in this case we have only one result, but of course we might have multiple results. And so let's now use update many. So db tours dot update many. And so our filter object that we want is this one. So I'm just copying it from here. So that is the first argument, and then second is what we actually want to update. Remember that? So again, we use the set operator, and then we say that we want premium to be true. Okay? And so this time we actually create a new field here and we set it to true. Okay? Give that one a save. And actually we were missing some closing brace, and so we cannot really go back. So let me try to add it here. But yeah, that doesn't really work. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We can just go back to the last command and then correct it. So this is the brace that we were missing. Then close it, and here we go. So db.tours.find, just to check it now. And so yeah, here we have the last one, which now has premium set to true. And again, this was the only document that matched our query, and so it's the only one that got this new premium property here. But if there were multiple documents matching that query, well, then all of them would have gotten this premium true. Okay, so that's why we used update many. And remember, if we used update one, then only the first document matching the query gets updated. Okay, so that's how we update documents, at least partially. So with this update many or update one, we usually only update parts of the document. But we can also completely replace the content of a document. And for that, we use replace one. Now I'm not going to do that, but for the sake of completeness, I wanted to show it to you as well. So db.tours.replace one or replace many, okay? And so in here, just like before, you would pass the search query and then the new data that you want to put in this document. All right, not going to do that here, but now you know that it also exists. And like this, we have 3 of our CRUD operations already completed. So creating, reading, and updating. And so, as you can guess, in the next video, we will talk about deleting documents.